Huh.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
You're welcome.
You can't have a fucked up life and then try to critique my life.
When we talk about ED, I think it's only right that we also talk about fibroids and
Kendra just gave us a shout out. Y'all doing some dark back alley 007 journalism.
You're a person that nobody don't want your ass.
to ask you about your, vaginal health. Like you have fibroids? You had your fibroid removed too?
Show.
Like did you?
The comment section is on fire.
It's time!
The men, someone said, why do I want men to critique my content? Because the men who critique my content are failing to realize don't nobody want your ass. Okay, this is why you don't need to critique. You're not Morris Chestnut critiquing the women. You're not Idris Elba critiquing the women. You're a person that nobody don't want your ass. And that's why we don't care what you think, because guess what? There are women who will say, I will be with my dog before I be with your ass. And I think that men really are having a difficult time understanding that some women are.
So if women don't care and men are so insignificant, why is it a thing? Why would you care who reviewed the content? Kendra, she does this, and this is an inadvertent backhand to all the regular average to slightly above average and below average men that you need for your app to thrive. Idris Elba and Morris Chestnut are not on the Kendra app. In fact, they are married men like me and Mr. Walker. So even we won't be on your app. So Kendra, you need to start ingratiating yourself to the people that you need, the regular men, the workers, the guys that keep your lights on in that building and keep the water flowing, the people that knock on your door and deliver you stuff. Show some respect.
Well, we call it hubris. Kev used to always give credit and appreciation to the blue collar, to the working man. He has stated, without the blue collar, there is no white collar. Blue collar keeps this world going around, the working regular people. Hubris, Kendra, extreme hubris.
Okay with being single if you are the option. So no, this is why we want you to critique, because all you're showing in your critiques are that you're bitter and that you're upset and that you can't get the woman that you desire. Because let me tell you how I know this is a fact. If you could get the woman that you desire, you would not have time to critique the women from my show, because you will be busy with the woman that you desire. But because you can't get the woman that you desire, you try to pick on women online all day, because the only way you can associate with such women is to become their enemy. But what you're failing to realize, nobody gives a damn because nobody wants you. And that's why I don't care for the men to critique the women on my show, because we don't give a damn. I want to talk my shit for a second, because sometimes I got to say stuff and it's going to sound cocky, so I'm gonna say it in advance before I say it. A lot of people talk shit about me online. The reason it doesn't bother me, because look who's talking shit about me. How am I supposed to be bothered by you? Look at your life. Honey, let me tell you something. If you could critique my life and do it better, first of all, be the example and make your own life better. You can't have a fucked up life and then try to critique my life. You can't even get your own life right. So that's why I don't get mad, because who is talking about me? Are you serious?
Kendra, you are talking about, I don't get it. It's like, I'm not going to be up here talking about something if it's insignificant. It's not even on my mind. But apparently, Kendra, this stuff is on the front of your mind. Like, it's probably keeping you up at night. Unfortunately, for somebody with all this wealth and who claims to be so happy, I don't understand how you even got the energy.
Ain't no probably, Mr. X. It's for show. I'm going to go on a very strong limb and say 100%. This is why when I see Kendra crashing out like this, I feel sad. I do. I cannot develop malice for this hurt woman. It's impossible. Po baby. But go off, Kendra. Get off your chest.
Are you serious? Child. That's why you're talking about me, because you know your life is miserable. So you might as well just talk about Kendra all day. That's why I don't get mad, child. That's why I don't get mad. Ain't like Rihanna talking about me. Now, Rihanna was talking about me. That might hurt my feelings. But Rihanna too damn busy in her happy ass life to be talking about some Kendra G. So anybody's talking about me is doing worse than me. That's just the truth. So that's why it don't bother me, child. All right, I ain't come here to do no monologue today. I really want to do a show. So let's stay focused. All right.
You just did.
Let's stay focused, child. Let's have a show on YouTube. Let's have a show on YouTube. No, I'm not mad. I'm actually in a great mood. Someone said I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm in a great mood. I'm in Chicago. I was specially invited to Mama T's book.
So there we go. Kendra happy. All right. Yeah. Kendra said everybody that's talking about her is doing worse than her. I don't know what she's using to quantify worse. All right. Yeah. Kendra will say, well, I got X amount of dollars.
Yes.
Like we say over here, everybody got money, Kendra. Granted, you may have a little more than most people, but what you don't got, the things that are priceless, like children and a spouse.
I second that motion wholeheartedly. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That is what Mr. X just said is true. Like, I realized that I was rich when I looked at my happy, satiated, fulfilled wife and my beautiful 4 children. I said, okay, I'm doing all right. I may not have a portion of the king's gold, but man, that is true. And Kev said it best. He's the first person I ever heard say it. Life is about relationships. This money comes and goes right quick. Message.
Man.
Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight.
Appreciate your Birdie's book tour. Can't wait to see you up here acting the fool. Says Kendra, the woman on your show can't walk. Dang, yo. Golly.
Money, 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 money.
Appreciate you, Squeegee Kid. Says a couple of months ago, Kendra ranted that she doesn't watch other content creators. But ever since then, she cannot, She cannot whine about other content creators every week. Hold that L, Kendra. Yeah, you watching.
That part, huh?
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
So here we go. That was the intro to it. Now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes. Shout out to my guy. Bernie's book tour. Shout out to the brother. We're going to mind through this. We're going to slow walk this because this.
Bernie, let's go, Bernie. no G Honda. Listen here, man. What did we say? If y'all gonna go over here, don't crash out like G Honda. Don't go kamikaze. If you're gonna go over to go ahead, troll it up. Let's see what you did, Bernie. What you do?
So here we go. As y'all know, most of y'all, brother Bernie was up here the other night, right? And I guess it went left. And I believe Kendra even took this down. So we'll see how this goes. She took the video down. We got an exclusive copy. And we go mine through it. Most of y'all probably have not seen this yet.
SBC Carpet for the Horse exclusive. This ain't the first, won't be the last. Here we go.
We got rocks. Okay, Burns, show me the wall. Have you been here before? I can't hear you, sir.
I was on. Oh, here you go.
Are you looking for love tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
Bernie.
Bernie.
Yeah, like Bernie, man. Uncle Burn. Uncle Burn.
Okay, Uncle Burn. Where you calling us from?
VA, Virginia.
VA. How old are you?
49.
All right, 49. What you do for a living?
Logistics.
Logistics. You have any kids?
3.
How old are your 3 kids?
I got 2 twins. Well, my twins are 16 and I got a daughter that's 17.
Okay, are all your kids by the same woman?
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever been married?
Formally, yes. Yes.
Yes. Are your kids by your ex-wife?
Yes.
Okay. When did you get divorced?
2019.
2019. Okay. And what's your zodiac sign, Bernie?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. All right, Bernie, VA, 49, Sagittarius, works in logistics, dad to 3 kids by his ex-wife. What kind of woman you looking for, Bernie?
Well, so yeah, man, you know, I just came up here. My nephew told me to come up here. My nephew
Wait,
Gavin.
Bernie, make sure you stay in the camera.
Oh, my bad.
There we go.
Yeah, my nephew Gavin and my nephew Walker, Mr. Walker sent me here. You know, just an average, down to earth.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Well, shout out to Bernie. Uncle Bernie. No relation, but we big unk though. This big truck driving unk. All right. So I see people was kind of running with that part of it. So I guess we'll address that first. No blood relation, but he's still big unk.
Shout out to Big Unk. I take it. Shoot, listen here. I'm into adopted family members. As long as y'all ain't wild as my real family. Golly. Okay, Big Unk. Okay, what's hold up now? Big Unk is the first one to go up here and flat out say, Mr. Walker, Mr. Gavin X, G Honda, you get outdone so quickly. So quickly.
And a lot of people say Kendra had a couple drinks this night. She's in Chicago. So I'm going to take it back. See her facial expressions. She kind of, let's see what we got.
The camera,
Oh,
you
my
off to
bad.
the side. There we go.
Yeah, my nephew Gavin and my nephew Walker, Mr. Walker sent me here. You know, just an average, down to earth woman. Nothing extravagant. You know, I'm a normal person living a normal life. So, you know, living in the real world. So, you know,
Your
not
shout out to
real.
your nephews. Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I was gonna say shout out to your nephews for telling you to call us up.
Huh.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
You're welcome, Kendra. Kendra just gave us a shout out. Y'all doing some dark back alley 007 journalism. Y'all wild out here.
I love it. Hey, if y'all gonna go over there, yeah, y'all rogue. Straight up Mission Impossible 13 out here. Okay. All right, we got something going. We got something that's happening. What is it?
This is wild.
You know,
Your
not
shout out to your
real.
nephews. Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I was gonna say shout out to your nephews for telling you to call us up. What was you gonna say? I cut you off.
And my other nephew Prince.
Yeah, Prince. Okay. All right. So Bernie, when what kind of woman you looking for? You just said down to earth. What
Well,
are your deal
yeah,
breakers?
you know, down to earth. I'm not really picky. Long as she got some decorum. I'm a little old school. My vibe is old school, so I'm a little mellow. I'm not really extravagant or out there or, doing all the extra shit that go viral. Excuse my language, but so basically down to earth, typical average female.
Okay. So tell me to ask you, why did you get divorced?
Well, pretty much we were just, I wasn't really at that time in my life. I wasn't really as focused. So, and it just something that adults when one person, a lot of marriages end because of finances. So at that time I wasn't focused. I was still running, playing around, running around in the streets, hanging out with the
cheated on
fellas.
your wife?
No, I was just like I said, I was just hanging out with the fellas. I wasn't acting my age. I was hanging out with the fellas. I was out.
Wife?
Did I do what?
Yeah, look at Kendra. You cheat on your wife, and as y'all can see in this moment, the comment section is on fire. Kendra's checking her phone. She ain't paying attention. She's like, yeah, you cheat on your wife? She just trying to stall him out because she see y'all in the chat. He say Gavin next Mr. Walker, and they start going into frenzy. SBC, he's the content. And Kendra like, what the heck is going on?
Kendra, I see your face, sister. Yeah, got that attention. Shout to the brother Bernie. Do y'all know why Kendra gets stuck on this? Have you cheated on your wife? Kendra needs more validation not to get married. That's why she always harps on that. But when Quisha come here and say, oh, we grew apart, move on. Anytime a guy say, you know what, didn't work out, some growing do, you cheat? Say you cheat so I can have more reasons to move in scarcity and lack.
You cheat on your wife?
No. I wasn't focused and just maintaining, steady job and keeping my priorities in order. So we separated and then, we finally got divorced. So.
But there was no infidelity.
If it was, I wouldn't tell you on this show for the world to see. Nah.
Okay.
Nah, like I said, I was running the street, hanging with the fellas, smoking weed, drinking. I wasn't serious.
Okay. All right. We got the deal breakers, correct?
Nah. Deal breakers for me is wow. So I'm just old fashioned. I'm old school. I guess I would just say hygiene is a deal breaker. Hygiene. That probably be my main deal breaker. Cigarette smoker. Pretty much that's it. I think like a lot of times what I've realized since I've dated, And I'm not saying this is all women, but I've come across the women I've come across, and it's not really fresh down here. I don't know if that's like a thing that's not taught these days. I don't know. Because when I was a kid growing up, that was something, you know, that was kind of taught, passed down from the grandmothers. But nowadays, ain't too many grandmothers. The grandmothers are competing with the daughter. So I feel like that's like a lesson that's not really being, maybe I'm wrong. I know, but from my experience.
Listen, you got to be real with the ladies. Ladies, he's saying, make sure you have your pH balance together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So make sure.
Because I heard you tell a guy that it was his what he was attracting. And I don't agree with that, only because I can understand if you was in one place, but I'm in logistics, so I travel, and I've been in different, you know, I've been in different states, and I've dated women from different states, and it seemed to be the same occurrence, you know.
Well, there we go. Stinking Kuda Kata everywhere. So he talked about Jay Prince. If y'all remember, shout out to Jay Prince. He told Kendra the same thing. But I guess this is part of, I don't know what y'all got going on. All right, I don't know.
Shout out to y'all rogue mercenaries. Okay. Shout out to Brother Bernie. Light trolling, but he getting on talking about the pH. I'm taking it as some light and effective trolling. These sisters always come up here talking about nugs, rancid balls. And he like, you know what? I done been encountering some rancid kudakata. And G Honda, do you see how he delivered it? He delivered it to the point where Kendra even said it. She repeated it. Say, all right, ladies, get y'all pH together. Goodness gracious, G Honda, take note.
I mean, like,
well, you gotta tell me.
They look good on the outside, like everything be looking on the up and up. But if we
tell me that you're trolling.
No, why would I be trolling? I'm dead serious.
Well, a couple things. When you just can't tell, say you told me it's a guy attracted, you got to tell the full story. And the guy that I said that attracted that had like 5 kids and 2 possibles. He was extremely vulgar. And yes, I wanted him to realize, I mean, there are some women who take that very seriously and will never put herself in a position for a man to walk away like that. But those are top-notch women. And just like how men come on my platform and say, listen, you got all these kids, you might not get the best man. Well, fellas, you might X yourself out for a quality woman as well, which may include good hygiene. I'm not saying that that's for you, but the reason I brought that up is because you said I told a guy that that's what he attracted, and I stand by that to the guy I told that too. If you got 5 kids and 2 of the possible, and you come on my show acting rugged and raw and looking crazy, I don't know how you think you're going to get the best of the best woman.
I agree. Now I agree with you because I didn't hear the full context. I just caught that part.
Well, no,
and
but you saw who I said it to, so you had to see the.
I didn't catch the full context. I saw the part where you was like he had mentioned something like that, and then you said it was what he attracting. I think I tuned out when you was going in depth on that explanation. I was like doing other things, but
did you see who I was talking to? If you would have saw who I was talking to, then you would have knew who. I didn't even have to go in depth. I would think him himself would be self-explanatory. But I will say this: there are some beautiful.
Man, Jay Prince catches strays. I don't know where you at. She ain't wrong, no. Hey, y'all can't present anything up here on this internet. Y'all be, so it is what it is.
She ain't off base. However, what I'm gonna say is, in Jay Prince's slight defense, she's saying that Bernie should have known that Jay Prince deserves musty box simply off of his aesthetics. I can't exactly wholeheartedly agree with that, because you can say that for any man. Just say because a dude look a little ruggish and thuggish, he deserve funky box. I ain't getting on that train. But yeah, Jay Prince, yeah.
Women who still don't have it down there together. So ladies, beautiful or not, have your pH balance on point. We can all agree to that.
Because you know what? Because I remember growing up as a kid, I used to hear the word douche. You used to see the Summer Eve commercials. You don't see that no more. I don't see Summer Eve commercials. You don't see that. I don't hear people, like grandmothers or aunties teaching their young daughters, the young ladies about that. But not to go in depth with it. I'm just saying it just kind of supports what I'm.
Okay, there are some. I will say this: some of those products don't always have the best effects on women.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why they stopped talking about it.
Yeah, so those products are not always have the best effects. But I will say this, ladies, go to your gynecologist. Your gynecologist can always point you in the right direction. Also, drink a lot of water, eat pineapples, and Beer Basic, clean yourself down there often. I'm a person who honestly believes that I think most people should be accustomed to 2 showers a day. Like you should really, we talk about the shower in the morning, but you should be in the mindset of, as a hygienic woman, you should take 2 showers a day. And if you work out, you probably should take 3 showers a day because you're going to have a shower. Well, it depends on when you work out, but overall.
And I got 2 more deal breakers. So I'm an average guy. So I feel like this. I'm the type of guy we can negotiate. Like I feel like if you got a flaw and I got a flaw, we even. So I hear a lot of women say they don't want nobody with a missing side tooth. And I feel like if your hair don't grow more than 4 inches, then we even. So if you can't grow your hair and I'm missing a side tooth, then we even. So we should be able to like compromise. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then,
all right,
and
so
then
I gotta jump in because here's the deal. So my cousins, I don't watch a lot of the YouTubers who take I don't watch none. So I can't say a lot. I don't watch any YouTubers. But they're telling me you are a reaction person. Are you a person?
No, I am not. I don't do reaction videos. I do not have a YouTube channel.
Okay,
I promise you.
So why do they feel like you? They're telling me you're a red pill troll.
I am not Kendra, on everything I love. I'm not a troll. I don't even know how to troll.
Okay.
And I'm not in the red pill community. I do not have a YouTube channel with like videos that support that type of dialogue. No, not me.
Okay. All right. So now.
So Kendra says, she started off by saying, I don't watch a lot of this content. And then she said, hold on. Let me correct myself. I don't watch any of it. Yeah. Did I say any? Yeah, I don't watch any of it. But she started off, I don't watch a lot. You know, I be watching SBC. I'm in the chat right now. Salute to Kendra. But she said, I don't watch. Then she said, hold on, I don't watch any of it.
You know what? It sucks, man. Because Kendra could never like us because, and Miss X, you said it, I'm done being gullible. Kendra is Kendra. And there's no context really to add to that. She is who she is. She gonna be who she gonna be. She could never like Mr. Walker, Mr. X. She don't even know us because of the glory we have obtained that Gavin X touched on. It's unfortunate.
Okay. All I can take is your word because I don't know.
And my last deal breaker for when we talk about ED, I think it's only right that we also talk about fibroids and endometriosis and birth control.
Those things, though. But why do we talk about those things in ED?
Well, I just feel like it's an even lane because if men will get shamed for ED, like you'll ask us about ED, but ED is a mental thing. Like ED is like 70, 75, 80% mental, and the rest is just lifestyle. But endometriosis, fibroid.
Pause. We're talking about deal breakers. Do you have ED? Are you looking for a man?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying.
So if you're not looking for a man, then there's no need for you to even talk about
ED
right now.
All right, I'll let that go. For sure, I got you.
So unless you're looking for a man, then help me understand.
Well, I meant deal breakers if she's shaming men. Like if she's shaming men about stuff like ED and stuff like that, I feel like then we should ask you about your, vaginal health. Like you have fibroids? You had your fibroid removed too?
Sure.
Like did you discuss that? No, why would that be a trial? I remember you made a video about that.
I asked you in the beginning before you came on. I said, are you looking for love?
Yeah,
so
my
looking
bad.
for love. What does my fibroid situation have to do with you? Like,
I just think it's I
don't even mind having a conversation because
man. I mean, the internet will be the internet. This is dark trolling. I would suppose. Like you say, man, this is back alley. No street lights. All right. Oh man.
Whoo, the internet. Mr. X, growing up in the hood, brother, I never thought I would find another place as cutthroat as the hood. Welcome to the virtual hood that is Beyonce's internet. Y'all know me. I'm done being gullible. I would feel bad for Kendra if I have not experienced her come up here and condemn folks' unborn children and the whole lot. Y'all know the stuff she just, I shall not repeat it. Wild energy. Got dark, Bernie. Got dark.
The more you talk, the more goofy men become. But what does fibroids have to do with a man that has ED? Like, really help me understand that.
Because it's just flaws. Like, so ED, when it's thrown around as shame, a man. When ED is really just mental. ED is really mental. That's what I'm saying. Fibroids, endometriosis, side effects from birth control, all of that is biological. Like now your body is dealing with something that you got to go through extra steps and whatnot to deal with that and treat that. And for some cases, it can last years. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, when we talk about these things, we we can look at it from both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so we
okay,
don't just.
let me jump in now with ED. Since you brought up ED, I didn't know we were going to be talking.
It's like 75% mental.
Don't cut me off. When you were talking, I'll let you talk. So I must feel like you're a man that must experience ED in the past. So if you have,
I did.
Okay. So you have. So
I got rid of it.
Only reason why ED comes up at times on my show is because women have experienced that with men at a certain age. And honestly, I feel like I don't think ED should be shamed. So if it comes across as shame, it's a natural thing that men go through when they get older. But you brought up fibroids, but a lot of times I've heard men talk about, they want a woman of a certain age because they want her to have kids. Well, I say the flip side to that is, not every man has a strong enough sperm to have children. It's a known fact that some men sperm isn't even strong enough to procreate. That conversation is lost in the baby making conversation. And as men get older, yes, it's a very known thing that ED is a reality that a lot of older men will have to deal with. And sometimes
younger men too.
I'm not done talking. So at times.
Yeah, Kendra hot now. As y'all can see, she was about to hang up initially, and then she brought her hand back. You know, when first said, did you have, the fibroids or whatever? And she said, oh, you a troll. And then she reached forward and she was about to hang up, and then she sat back and had the conversation for whatever reason.
You know why? Because Bernie, even though it went left, he didn't start getting aggressive and frothing at the mouth. It's the way he said, if he asks me, I'm going to give him credit that he didn't just start really raging and crash out. He said, oh, hey, did you have your fibroids removed? It seemed non-threatening. But there you go. The whole ED, I don't know nothing about it. But I will say this. I understand that men are visual, being a man myself. And I can understand, especially as we get older and women's skin start to get looser and whatever. If it's a fresh encounter, this dude may not be fond of what he looking at. And yeah, little man ain't gonna stand up.
That part.
Appreciate your EV Ray. Says SBC Nation, we standing up. No ED. Appreciate you. K Rivers says espionage, ninja espionage. Appreciate you, Black Silver Chair. Says we moving, man. We moving. Boom shakalaka.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
Appreciate your Truth and Reality Undefeated. Says single fellas, is stank box an epidemic out here? Let us know. That's egregious.
Yeah, that's wild work. Dang. Here we are. So now it's about to make a turn for the worse. As y'all can see, Kendra is triggered.
Yes, she is.
They'll have to deal with. And sometimes
younger men too.
I'm not done talking. So at times, sometimes when men are older and have money, they tend to want younger, which I have no problem with. No one cares. Like who you like. But the flip side of that, as a woman, we know that a younger girl at times may get with an older guy because he has the money, but she will still get sexually satisfied to a man within her age realm because the older man that she selected because of the money can't sexually satisfy her. So that's another part of the conversation that isn't spoken a lot to on this platform. But we're not talking about no more. If
absolutely,
you're looking for love, we're going to continue the questions in that mirror.
Facts. Okay. Let's roll. Yeah.
All right. So we did. Okay. Should she look a certain way?
Actually, you know what? I don't really have my preference is light skin. I do like light skinned women. I've been looking at Latinas, a lot of Latinas lately. I've been digging them. You know, I'm liking the fact that we got immigrants coming into the country. So, you know, I'm really like, searching for somebody who came to the country illegally. They might be wanting to get this situation straightened out, and we don't have no situations with ICE. So a lot of the Latinas, but if she's a, African or black woman, I rock with black women too.
Okay.
No real size preference. I mean, I don't like obese. Of course, I don't want her obese because I like to be active. I like to do my walk-in regimen. So if she obese, she not gonna want to do no walking. So she got to at least be you know, in a condition to where she could be active. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna like fat shame or nothing like that.
Okay. Should she make a certain amount of money?
Man, you know what? Honestly, I would like her to have a stable income. So she do need to have some income. Like she don't got to be like of course I'm not in $100,000 bracket, but she got to be able to make some income. Are you looking me up, Kendra? I'm not.
No, here's the deal. I'm not looking you up, but my cousins, again, I don't watch any of the goofy people.
Because I shouted out my nephew.
Hold on. I don't watch any of the goofy people that are on my show, but my cousins are telling me that you are a troll.
We don't got this far. I'm not trolling, Kendra. We don't got this far. All I did it must be because I shouted out my
nephews were?
I got a nephew named Gavin, my other nephew, Mr. Walker, and my other nephew, Prince.
Oh, your nephews are the king of the goofies. Okay.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
Shout out to Kendra and brother Bernie. Holy hell. So the people in the chat said Kendra, they in their SBC. Kendra, look up the channel. Kendra say, who you say your nephews is again? He say, Gavin X and Mr. Walker. Kendra say, oh, the Kings. I ain't heard nothing else. I just heard her. She called us the Kings. Hell.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
The Kings.
I got stuck at Kings too. I got stuck.
Yeah.
With the Kings? I've never been called such a thing. Kings. I've been called husband, father, All-American, Hall of Famer, never king. Thank you, Kendra. Oh, my heart's so warm.
Listen, that's an accolade. Y'all know that's a drop right there.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
Shout out to Bernie's Rogue Book Tour. Got dark. Shout out to all the rogue mercenaries, man. Shout out to Mr. Wilson. Shout out to G Honda. And shout out to Bernie, man. Bernie came up there, said our names, got Kendra to go on her phone and lay eyes. Brother, legend status has been acquired.
And shout out to Squeegee Kid. He sent a super chat a while ago. He said, Kendra says she don't watch the content. And all of a sudden, Kendra went over and looked at the channel. She pulled the Single by Choice channel up, and she clicked on the video. She said, what's their name again? Kendra said, oh, the Kings. The Kings is back.
So there we go. Shout out to SBC, Cart Before the Horse Nation. The assumptions and analyzations have been true for some time. Y'all know we don't get high on ourselves over here, but y'all kept saying Kendra been watching, yada, yada, yada. That moment, that aha, oh, the King's moment. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Priceless. So she said she would never say our name, but we'll take that. That's good enough.
Hey, take it.
And shout out to Tabitha. She come through with $5 in the Cash App. She says, y'all have been crowned.
Appreciate you, Tabitha.
There we go. Let me take it back.
In a $100,000 bracket, but
Cousins, again, I don't watch any of the goofy people.
because I shouted out my nephew.
Hold on. I don't watch any of the goofy people that are on my show, but my cousins are telling me that you are a troll.
We don't got this far. I'm not trolling, Kendra. We don't got this far. All I did it must be because I shouted out my
nephews were?
I got a nephew named Gavin, my other nephew, Mr. Walker, and my other nephew, Prince.
Oh, your nephews are the king of the goofies. Okay. So someone tell me, again, I don't know. Listen, I don't have time to be watching I'm aware of, but my cousins is always going to tell me. So his nephews are the king of the goofies who stay on my channel. Goodness gracious, what? When people say I ain't got no kids, they my kids. Because these children boys, these boys can live without Kendra G child. They cannot, to the point where you are calling your family members to call me, this is like stalking. You're
Okay.
hell.
This is the only point we definitely got to address. All right. Like we said at the beginning of the video, shout out to Bernie, who is a subscriber of the channel, but he is not literally family. All right. We do not know Bernie. We didn't send Bernie up here. We didn't pay him. All right, these are grown men, Kendra. They call up on their own. But shout out to them.
Shout out to the brother Bernie. Legend status, my brother. That is too dope. And yeah, Kendra, oh man, you being my auntie. Yeah, you auntie Kendra. What is that? This is that misandry, that sisterhood. Gotta try to son a grown man. That don't hurt my feelings. I respect pecking orders. Yeah, you hurt my feelings. What up, auntie?
When people say I ain't got no kids, they my kids. Because these children boys, these boys can live without Kendra G, child. They cannot, to the point where you are calling your family members to call me. This is like stalking. You're like stalkers at this moment in time. And I really feel sad for anybody that follows these pages because you guys are following goofies. Like you're following goofies. Who the hell literally spends their whole days and nights worrying about a woman on YouTube? Like, really? And I feel sad. So y'all can, so again, because I'm not knowledgeable, like I really do not watch any of these channels. I'm aware of overall, but I don't know the names and all that shit, y'all. I don't be known. I actually have a real life and I'll be busy in my life. And this is why I will always be more successful than the people that watch me, because guess what? You waste time on me. Imagine if you could just build your own brand and focus on yourself. You could probably at some point in time be more successful than me, but you will never be more successful than me because you spend too much time on me. You can't build your own shit. And it's whack to me. I'll never respect it. I mean, I feel like these are the weakest men on the planet in my eyes. The men that I know will never take joy in knowing they ain't shit without a woman. They will never, they will do all that they could do to build their own everything. But the fact that you got to build your back off of a woman's channel really shows the goofiness and the small penisness that you have. And even if you're married, who gives a hell? Like your wife married a goofy. Who wants to marry a goofy, child? What the hell? All right. With that being said, thank you, cousins. I don't know.
There you go. Seems like Kendra been watching. For somebody who don't watch content, Kendra said, even if y'all married, I know y'all married. Yeah, Kendra said, I know I be watching. Yeah, y'all married. Y'all got beautiful children and families. Y'all got everything that I want and could never get. All right, but I got what y'all want. I got these millions and I'm in the penthouse. We don't want that, Kendra. But we coming for them millions. We don't want the penthouse, though.
Yeah, you can have that empty vessel. Man, listen here. Kendra almost gave us a compliment. Kendra said, y'all could be so much more successful if y'all do your own thing. Well, two things are true. There ain't no way in heck we over here for this amount of time with the SBC and Car Before the Horse family we have accumulated if we have not found a way to tie our own thing into being, content creators covering other folks' content. There's a lane for it. It makes sense. And that's why this is pure misandry. What is that? We can't all just get along? Huh? Fair use, Kendra. You don't like it? We can't be friends? Huh? I'll let you babysit some of my kids. You can get the experience. Oh.
I was trying to give him a chance. I kind of felt it, but I don't, sometimes I don't mind having discussions. I actually never mind having discussions, to be quite honest. I don't like being a troll though, but we can have a debate and all those things. We've had those a lot of times on my show. I just don't like trollers. But thank y'all cousins for telling me, because I really didn't know, but when y'all kept saying it over and over and over again, they cannot make it without me. That's a known fact. Like it is a known, I don't care what they say. Whenever they say my name, period, they cannot make it without me. And that's actually what irritates them the most. That's what irritates all of them the most. Because they can talk about me, even if it's negative. All they do is prove you can't do shit without Kendra G. I don't care if they talking about me negative all day. They talking about me. You see, I don't even know their name. I don't know their name. I don't know their page. All I know is this. They some weak people who can't build a brand without Kendra G. And if you could, do it without me. Run your channel and never say my name and never do my content. So as long as you do those two things, you will prove that you are my bitch ass children. You are my bitch ass children. And that goes for whoever. If you felt it in your chest, I was talking to you. If you say something negative, if you're using a comment, all you prove is you are a small penis man.
Man, she doing the blitzkrieg with the sign language. Like Kendra coming from land, air, and water. Yeah, you little penis. Your wives marry some goofies. Y'all some goofies. You little penis. Do it without me. You small Johnson. Yeah. Pull your meat out. Let me see it. Prove to Kendra you don't got little meats.
This is hubris and ego. Shout out to Kendra, man. We often say she the goofy princess of this day in market, you know, compared to Ashley Dalton, whoever else out here trying to do this thing. Why and how have y'all women become Mr.? Y'all get some traction, some win behind yourselves, and instead of wanting to empower one another, which I know is not a character trait of the gynocracy, y'all want to try to keep people down. Shout out to Arlette and her husband. In the beginning, they understood the role. They are on record for giving review channels our flowers for helping get them to where they are today. Shout out to all the review channels that touch on that. But Kendra, your hubris and your ego is gonna lead you nowhere except for that big old penthouse, empty, cold, and lonely.
That part. This up here sign language, her usual zesty, little penis, little meat. If you want to see it, Kendra, hit the email. Hit the email. We could do a private session. I'll show you. I'll pull it out. Kendra, hit the email. We could do a private StreamYard. I'll pull my meat out. I'll let you know, and you gonna walk away. You gonna respect me after that. Kendra gonna be like, damn, I gotta put some respect on your name. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna pull my meat out for you, Kendra. Kendra gonna say, I'm gonna leave y'all the hell alone with meat like that.
Listen, there is a thing, y'all know, it's called big meat energy. I don't like talking because y'all already perverted enough, man. But listen, you can't get this person, you know what I mean? Little meat. That's wild, man. You better go ahead. Let me tell y'all, listen, I don't know if I've said it. The only way to have a successful marriage, you better know how to satiate your woman. What are you talking about? I got 4 kids. My wife happy as hell. My wife make me donuts from scratch. Little meat.
I don't even know their name. I don't know their name. I don't know their page. All I know is this. They some weak people who can't build a brand without Kendra G. And if you could, do it without me. Run your channel and never say my name and never do my content. So as long as you do those 2 things, you will prove that you are my bitch ass children. You are my bitch ass children. And that goes for whoever. If you felt it in your chest, I was talking to you. If you say something negative, if you're using a comment, all you prove is you are a small penis man or a bad hygiene woman. You cannot build a platform without my existence, so it does not matter what you say. All you do is prove you can't be me. And that's just the fact. And I won every single time. I will win every single time because I don't need you. You need me. Point blank, periods. And the fact that you enlisting cousins and family members now, y'all starting to really get weak. It's starting to really get weak and sad. I feel bad for y'all. And ladies, please don't marry bitch ass kids because then y'all be having, bitch ass men because then you're gonna have bitch ass kids. I don't care if they married. The wife married a bitch ass and going to give birth to a bitch ass child. So that's what happens when you connect with a bitch ass man. You make bitch ass kids. And who wants to be attached to that? A weak man. Imagine that. Imagine your child got to look up to a man who can't even create a YouTube page without a woman. Now, ain't that some shit for your ass? Now, with that being said,
man, Kendra come for my wife. Goodness gracious. That poor wife, she don't deserve that, Kendra. We gonna make a big, strong boy. I can't wait till my boy get big enough. I'm gonna bring him up here too. I'm gonna have a rambunctious kid. I'm gonna bring him up here, Kendra. I'm gonna show him this tape. He gonna cuss you the hell out.
Oh man, I'm trying to tell you, my youngest boy, my little potato boy, oh, he gonna be like John Coffey. Yeah, the ancestors came through on this one here. Kendra, this is silliness.
And it's hilarious, Mr. Wall. For somebody who don't know who we are and don't watch the content, it seems like she knows awfully a lot. All of a sudden, she know our name. All right, she know we married. All right, she know we got kids and kids on the way. Kendra know a lot for somebody who has never watched.
You know what, Kendra? You definitely got a little rapport, but Kendra, I don't have too much ego. Kendra, I can be your repairman at your place. You're gonna need some stuff fixed. All right, me and Mr. X, before we came up here, we are licensed general contractors. We can fix your place up for you. If you need it, we can, or your punk ass sons can provide the service to you, Kendra. All right. So for us, and there you go at no cost. So instead, for us, you know what I'm saying, riding the Kendra coattails, we'll come in and fix up your place. And Mr. X show you his meat.
Yeah, that's always on the table. You got to take it up. If you don't contact the email within 24 hours, it's going to cost you $500 to see my meat.
See that? You better act fast.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
Why you do this to yourself, Kendra? Shout out to our Pittsburgh sister Rain, been a member for 7 short months. Says new King sweatshirts. Stand by. Appreciate you, K Rivers, coming through this evening. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to the brother Kim Netter. Says Gavin, Mr. Walker, SBC Nation. We conjuring, man, straight demons here. She triggered. Appreciate you. I ain't tricking. Been a member for 1 month. Says shout out to the SBC Kings. We appreciate y'all. That's too dope. Appreciate your black silver chair. Says we move in mine. Shout out to the sister Rose. Been a member for 5 months. I appreciate you, Rose. Says goated. Who that is, huh? Bernie or us? You being kind, Rose? Shout out to Squeegee Kid. Says salute to the Kings. Been a member for 20 months. There we go. Shout out to Jada Gray. Says laugh out loud. Kendra admitted she watches SBC indirectly, but it's there. It's documented. Appreciate y'all not liking the video. Says we got her in 4K acknowledging the Glaze Gods. Shout out to Romy Rome. Says I'm shooting my Draco in the air for USBC. Okay.
Yeah! Boom shakalaka!
Shout out to Kenny P. Come through with the dub. Says salute to the Kangs at SBC and Bernie, the elite sniper elite.
That part. And shout out to Alfonso in the Cash App. He says Kendra G will be with Cynthia G real soon.
Unfortunately, with all this misandry.
And Alfonso come back. He says, Kendra, you ain't God with your bald head ass.
Oh. Shout out to Dark Star. Says Kendra is the definition of money can't buy a hat. Do you not see how significant it is? This is a sister saying this, and it's true. She is truly the definition. Money can't buy you happiness. Appreciate you, Brian C. Says KG focuses on real life with a fake wig. Make it make sense. Shout out to G Honda, the knock-knee tyrant. What you got, brother? He says, salute Bernie, big dog status. However, I did make KG completely crash out, and that dirty box was wet when I called in. King of the Goofies in 5. G Honda, when's the last? Never mind. I ain't gonna do it.
That part. And shout out to Kendra. Like I said, we the king of, and Kendra's eyes. Here's the context, though. You know me, I got to bring it full circle. So Kendra comes up here. She calls the majority of men goofy. If you make less than $200,000 a year and you ain't 6'5", you a goofy in Kendra's eyes. So if Kendra say we are the king of virtually 95% of men, we'll take that.
Indeed. That's all.